Hi, good evening. It's Dr. L here. I am coming at you kind of late, but I've had a little bit of a late evening, and I've promised myself these videos, 30 videos in 30 days, so I'm doing it regardless. Just keep that in mind to fulfill your goal. What I want to talk about today is regarding a post about life purpose that I posted a couple days ago, and the responses that I'm getting are just sort of sad. They're having to deal with having to work and being disconnected and two people working two jobs just to make ends meet. And I know that's the world we live in and that's reality. But what I want to talk about today is how you know when you have lost your life purpose and kind of lost focus and just not even traveling close to that path. And that we all should be traveling close to that path. So first of all, let's discuss what life purpose is. The easiest way I can talk about life purpose is it's a calling. Most of us have got it when we were young. We've had a run-in with it where we have felt that void that has been filled. We have felt like that is where I'm supposed to be. A good example of that is where I have felt when I was in psychotherapy and doing that. I would get letters from people in jails and prisons, and they would be asking for my help, and I would say, I can't help you. I mean, I wouldn't know how to help. I didn't have a voice then. Well, I found my voice, and there is a void inside of me that has been filled with just reaching out and helping anybody I can, and I feel good in the morning, and I get messages saying, oh, well, you need to be with somebody and you be loved. I love myself. I've loved this new person I've become. I love the fact that I am doing what I am meant to do. I was sort of forced into it, but everything seems to be falling into place for me. And it's because I am fulfilling the calling I had many years ago. And instead of doing and fulfilling that calling, I went an opposite direction. I'm basically in the same field, but I'm just approaching it from a more positive standpoint than a negative one. Where I think therapy is great, it also concentrates on pointing out negative aspects about a person's life, and that's sometimes needed. I mean, I'm not downgrading that. People sometimes need to work on their past. But now I get to work with positive things and people really doing the work to accomplish their life transitions and their goals. So let's talk about the 5 reasons or 5 pretty much symptoms that pretty much dictate to you or kind of and you can evaluate yourself after you listen to them, that you have lost your life purpose. And I would encourage you that if you have these symptoms, that you kind of just send me something or talk to me about sending you some information on how to find your purpose, because I have been trained. I have ways in order. They're written exercises and you have to put thinking into them. I mean, anything that is an accomplishment and that you happen to be wanting good out of, you need to work for. So you have to put the work in, but you will be able to do it with these exercises I have. And they'll be a shocker to you. I mean, just a shocker that you would even thought that. And you'll think, oh my gosh, I did that 20 years ago. Why? Yeah, and I did feel that void filled and I felt fulfilled because it's your calling and you just didn't go down that road. But that doesn't mean no matter how old you are, 40, 50, 60, 70, even 18, 19, you can fulfill that purpose. So let me say that the first one is simply that you feel listless and fatigued all the time. There is no enjoyment. You feel disengaged and disenchanted. The second thing is there's a significant loss of something. It could be a significant loss of a person, a loved one in your life. It could be a death. It could be something as personal as just losing your job and grieving of it, and it has changed the direction of where you want to be and where you want to go. The third thing is if you have this feeling like, why am I continuing to go to work? This life is not for me. I'm not liking this. I don't know where I'm going, and I don't want to do this anymore. And that feeling of just being kind of in the ozone, twilight zone, and being lost and just not wanting to do it. The fourth thing is basically life, growing. Your kids have left the house. You're going through different life changes, and what you might have enjoyed 20 years ago, we all grow and have different feelings and different thoughts and different aspects, and we all grow differently, and you're just not interested anymore. It's just not what you want to do. And the fifth thing is just basically a feeling of the abandonment, like your job has abandoned you, your family has abandoned you, everything feels like it's just not there. And that's a little bit different than loss, because abandonment is something that could still be there, but you don't feel connected or joined to it. You feel sort of that it's there, but it's not there. You know, that feeling of being alone when you're really not alone. So all these aspects bring us to the feeling of just completely and utter misery. And that is really what I saw in a lot of responses to my post, was just a great deal of sadness and being lost, and I have to do this. That's kind of like the fifth example I just gave you. I have to do this. I'm being, I'm being forced. That doesn't matter if there's no enjoyment in it. I have to do it because I have to pay bills. But that isn't true. And like I said, I have methods that you can find your life purpose. So I want you to kind of jot these things down, kind of analyze yourself, take about a half hour, put some music in your ears, kind of just meditate and think, this is kind of what I'm feeling, and it is fixable. And I have methods to do that. So please visit me at www.breakingthechainswellness.net. Click on book a free consultation. What does it hurt to give me a call and talk to me about how things are going, how we can better your life, putting work into it. It costs nothing. You maybe get some insight, some free advice on how maybe you can start about it. I could give you one of these exercises to do. It can help change you. And it absolutely is just to better yourself, because that is what I'm here for. That is my life purpose, is to help you guys find your life purpose. And that's what brings me the most happiness. So I will post the website below this, because I'm still kind of learning how to use this whole video thing. So as I am going through and learning the processes, I'm sure you guys see me a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more relaxed. So that's just me learning. And as soon as I figure out how to do all these little gadget and all these little technical things, I'll get better at it and be able to guide you a little bit clearer path to that whole booking. But right now, you can go to my website and go under book, and I do have a little booking square that says a free consultation, and you can just book a time there. So I wish you guys all a very pleasant evening. Please walk in hope and never give up. Have a great, lovely evening. God bless.